So what's your podcast about?
Okay, this is making me feel really uncomfortable. Not like it. Is my mic on? Okay. Well then, let's go. How was the ride over here?
It wasn't bad.
No?
There was no traffic, thank God.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where were you coming from?
Wantagh area. So we took Sunrise Highway, and then we stopped and got shoes, and then it just kept us on Sunrise.
Oh, wow.
I drove past the South Bay Diner.
Yes.
Where? Yeah.
Yeah. Where we used to go there.
All the time.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Oh, my goodness. That's how long we've known each other.
I know. It's been...
Forever?
8.5 years.
8.5 years we've known each other.
Yeah, we'd be hanging out at Elsie's house.
Shout out to Elsie.
Yeah, Elsie.
I love Elsie. Hey, how you guys doing? My name is John Jeremy, and this is the Quiet Coyote Podcast. Ow!
Ow!
Oh, excellent. Here with this recovery podcast, we talk about sobriety without the silence. And today we have a really special guest that I've known for so many years. We just talked about a person in long-term recovery. We have Erin.
Hello.
Hello, Erin. Now that we got all that junk out the way. Yeah, so Wantagh, I feel like Wantagh's so far.
Yeah.
Do you live out there?
No, I live in, Rockville Center. So it's about an hour from here.
Rockville Center.
Yeah, with traffic, though, it's about it depends, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every time I hear the name Rockville Center, I always think about Rockefeller Center.
Really?
Someone says, I'm from Rockville Center. I'm just like, I think of Rockefeller Center.
It's interesting because over the years, it's become, there's a lot of restaurants and bars and some boutiques there, but it feels like you're in Queens.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people from Suffolk County think that Nassau is like the city.
Yeah.
The further out Suffolk you go, they're like, for me, it's Suffolk. The further out you go, it's more
farms.
country.
It's more like farms.
Yeah. But then for people in Suffolk, it's like the city.
Yeah.
I guess.
It gets more condensed.
Yeah.
So Long Island, I've been around a little bit, the country, and I have to say Long Island has everything.
Yes.
Long Island has this whole... Okay, so Long Island has we're island people, so we're all an island. People forget there's this whole fishing community, marine community, but then we have New York City, which we're 40 miles outside of Brooklyn and all that stuff. So we have really condensed city urban life, but then you drive out 40 miles the opposite direction, you really have farmlands. You have fields.
There's everything. I feel like
we have everything.
Long Island
here.
should be its own state.
We should. We have everything.
Honestly, we have everything. It takes, no matter where you are, the most half hour to get to the beach.
What if we became our own country?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
What if we secede from the United States?
Imagine.
Long Islandia?
Well, we have airports here too. I mean,
yeah, so we could fly into New York.
What scares me the most is that if we needed to get off of Long Island, we have to go through the city. If something were to happen, God forbid, we'd have to go through the city, and that's just the traffic that is there now during rush hour. That's a nightmare. So if something were to happen, what would we do? Go by kayak or boat?
Well, I thought about this because me and you both are in recovery, and my brain thinks like an alcoholic addict. So I worry about stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, if a nuclear bomb goes off here, it probably wouldn't reach us. Maybe not, because I looked that up too. How far it would come to really affect us. So I'm like, well, we can't go through the city, so we're gonna have to go on boats. So either go to the Connecticut ferries or just swim out. I don't know what.
What would we do? Montauk is the point. So.
Yeah, that's it. The point. Just get on a boat and just kind of hope for the best, I guess.
I don't know. There's that movie.
No, but I know.
Leave the World Behind.
Leave the World Behind.
I think that's what it
is. On
Netflix.
Yes. Yeah, it was a good movie. I watched it twice.
Yeah, it's a good movie. And it turns out that it's the government, right?
No.
They say that it's...
They left it ambiguous. The ending was left where you don't know. but they drop little things in there. It's such a good movie. I love end of the world movies. And a lot of them take place in New York.
Yeah, and that like it has your brain going because it's like what I feel like it can instill like a lot of fear in people, and I find that the movies nowadays they're very serious and like action packed. They're not like the movies from like the early 2000s and 90s where it's like fun and
and the stories and the way they deliver the stories was more easier for my brain to like watch. And now I don't know if it's the direction style, but I can't really follow the newer movies as I used to.
Yeah, you have to be locked in.
You have to be really locked into
otherwise yeah. And for me, I have ADHD, so I can
we can relate.
I'll get distracted from a movie, but it's funny because I've thought about it. Like, I've seen so many movies, but I don't always remember certain parts of it. I don't know if you can relate to that, having ADHD.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I relate to the parts of just like, there's major points that I'm like, wait, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, because I zone out and then I come back in and I'm like, did I miss something? And I did.
Well, and people like quoting movies, I'm like, I don't know how to, I do not quote movies like that.
Is there any movies that you really liked when you were a kid and then you did remember a quote? Like Mean Girls, the original Mean Girls.
I grew
that's
up
so fetch.
watching The Goonies.
Oh, so, wow, really?
Yeah, I have two younger brothers, and one's a year younger than me, and my other youngest brother is 7 years younger than me. But growing up, we would go to the beach every summer, like every day pretty much. And we had the DVDs in the back, and that was one of the movies that we would watch the whole summer. So we would be able to quote like the whole entire movie. Yeah.
Wow. I heard rumors, and I keep trying to see if it's fact or not, about them like coming back to do another Goonies.
I heard that they were actually yesterday. Someone had mentioned that.
Yeah?
They're coming out with the new Goonies.
I hope so.
There's a lot of sequels coming out.
Yeah.
Of movies.
Gremlins 3 is getting made.
Really?
You ever seen Gremlins or heard
recently,
of Gremlins?
Actually, yeah.
The original?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of scary movies though. It depends, because I don't like I know that there's something coming up and I just get anxious. I'm like, oh God, I don't.
Yeah, jump scares kill me. When something just like and just jumps in your face and you're just like, I mean, I kind of like it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it's like, even like haunted houses, I find them fun, but at the same time, it's like the buildup of like, okay, this is. When I'm nervous, I laugh. So, I have a funny story about that actually. But with the haunted houses, I'll just like start cracking up and just like grabbing onto people and Wait,
what's the story? You can't just tell us the story and not tell us.
I went to Ireland with my family, and there was turbulence on the plane, and like I said, when I get nervous, I laugh. And so the turbulence was really bad, and I was just cracking up. And everyone around me is like freaking out.
Oh my God.
But I was just like laughing, like, okay, like, I don't,
What?
I guess a defense mechanism.
That's the whole premise of the Joker with Walking Phoenix. The whole thing about him was that he had a card. Do you remember the Joker? Like there was the Joker movie with Walking Phoenix, and like when he gets nervous, it triggers his laughing. He laughs uncontrollably, and then people are like, "What do you think this is funny?" He has to hand them a card, and the card says,
"Wow,
I had this condition," and it tells them, "Please, I don't mean to, whatever." It's kind of sad. But
yeah, I've heard it. I haven't seen that movie yet. I want to watch it.
Though, did I spoil something in that movie?
It's okay. I've heard that it's like a serious movie.
First one is good, and then leave it at that. They made a second one just for money, and it kind of ruined everything. You know what I mean? Sometimes just leave it alone. Maybe we want to like have make our own endings with the characters.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't know what happened. Kind of. You ever seen Stranger Things? Or
oh, of course.
Yeah, so they left it up to us to decide. I know these type of shows, and I know in about 20 years, maybe 10, maybe 20, they had to revisit it.
Yeah.
And we'll finally know what's gonna happen. They had to do something.
Aren't they doing that with Harry Potter?
They rebooted it now.
Yeah, it's on HBO or something.
Yeah, HBO. They have new like it's the same story, just new characters. So it's been getting like a little. You know how people feel about that. You know, people feel like their cherished characters are like, don't touch my characters.
Yeah. Well, and I get that.
Yeah.
To an extent
Me too.
because it's like, why change something if that's? But it's nice to have like more to go off of too.
Yeah, especially if you love it.
Yeah.
Like if you love Star Wars, they've come up with so many new different offshoots or even like rebrands of it. It depends. I have a lot of cherished. You know, I love like my first movie was Ghostbusters growing up.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And do you like the new ones?
And I do like them, but I could rewatch, for example, Afterlife was more of a sequel than Ghostbusters 2. So that one I could watch. I watched that a lot. And then there was one after that called The Frozen Empire, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, and I couldn't watch that.
Wasn't one of the Mike from Stranger Things?
Yep, he's in those two.
Okay.
Yep, he's in those two, and I can't even go watch the whole thing through. I recorded last night with my friend, and we were talking about that, and I was just talking about like how now everyone has a phone. You can make your own movies. So I said, I just shot a short film. I said, now my second project, if I can get it to work, the special effects, I'm going to make a mini Ghostbusters fan film. So I was like, now I can be in Ghostbusters. Now
That's
I always
awesome.
dreamed of being in Ghostbusters, and now can be in Ghostbusters. It'll be a short film, and you know, you could put yourself in a movie now. Isn't that crazy? Like, you know, you just go ahead and just start filming.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
Technology.
Yeah. I love movies. I wasn't sure if some people aren't into movies, which I find kind of strange. But
I know, and like TV shows, and
yeah,
I enjoy but I can get sucked into it. Like when I was drinking, I would just constantly be like I had to have something on to distract myself.
Yeah,
and like I would watch. Do you know Supernatural?
Yeah,
have you watched that? So
yeah. Cult classic.
Yeah. I haven't finished it, though, because I would rewatch it because I would forget where I was at. I would watch certain points, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it a break. But because I would, for some reason, like, because that was, like, the show I'd be watching, I would start to get nightmares of, like, that show.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's strange. I don't know if, yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Did you, I'm not sure if you know, I seen, there's supposedly, like, a Walking Dead Easter egg in one of the episodes of Supernatural, which I
really?
saw. Yeah, because in The Walking Dead, Negan has the bat, Lucille, and then they had that bat in an episode of Supernatural, and then like he was making a comment about like, oh, yeah, this bat, whatever, like saying that was his father's bat, somebody's bat, and I was like, maybe if I remember after this, I could show you or send it to you because it's kind of like it's a cool thing. When I used to sneak alcohol in my pockets to go to the movies. I used to like drink and like I mean, along with like Taco Bell, I would wear cargo shorts and I just shove.
I still bring in my pocketbook. I'll bring in candy and like all my snacks.
I went with me, Jamie, and Angel went to the movies in Sayville, and it never happens. We got caught because we snuck it in and we put it in her purse.
They said something?
And they said, oh, we just have to check your purse. And we're like, but she's like, that's weird. They never check my purse. I don't know if it's because me and Angel was with her, but they checked her purse. And then
I've never had that happen.
They're like, you can't have that. And then she's like, okay. She's like, here, Angel, because it was Angel's stuff or whatever. She's like, here you go. And I was like, oh, man. Yeah, I never got caught.
Yeah, never.
I used to work for a movie theater in Huntington. In the village.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah, so we used to... They didn't care. I would bring in Domino's pizza, like a couple of pizzas, and be like, "Hey, what's up?" And just because we got free movies, so we just walk in.
Oh, that must have been nice.
That is the best. I always tell people if they got to work 2 jobs, work a serious job, but then get a fun job. I mean, not fun, but like work at a movie theater, Dave and Buster's, like bowling alley. Like if you're gonna need extra money, just do something that's not. Don't get like 2 jobs that are gonna like.
Somewhere where it doesn't feel like work.
It doesn't feel like work. And you get free stuff.
Yeah, right? Totally.
Yeah.
The perks.
Yeah. Did you So like, were you like, how much did you drink when you were like around, when you were out there?
I was a blackout drinker. Like,
Hello, me too.
yeah, I would drink back in the day. I remember in college, I was pre-gaming with Four Locos, thinking, I'm like, oh, I'm
What?
going to save money when I go to the bar.
Four Loko.
And then I would go to the bar and just continue to drink.
Jeez.
Like, that was my logical thinking. And it was very delusional.
Especially with Four Locos. I feel like
Yeah.
that's like illegal now. Do they even make Four Locos still?
I think they do. But there's so many different drinks out now. There's like I think it's called Beatbox, and then these like ball. I don't even know. From what I've heard, the Beatbox, it tastes like juice. But there's like, I think I don't know. There's a lot of alcohol in it, more than like Four Loko.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that.
When they first came out with the Four Loko, it was they had caffeine in it, but then they had to change it because people. I remember one of my friends, she thought she was going in, like there was a portal in the bush, so she jumped into the bush, thinking there was a portal into another dimension.
I was drunk with a bunch of people who. Anyway, I was drunk and I was running. And they were chasing me, and they passed this dumpster, and then they like stop, and then they turn around. And I come out from under the dumpster. They're like, "John, what's going on?" And I'm like, "Hey guys, say hi to my friend. Say hi to my friend." That's what they told me. They're like, "You kept saying talk to your friend, and there was nobody there."
Was it just alcohol?
I think it was just. I swear, I think it was just alcohol. Like I must have been that
intoxicated.
Yeah. My brain was just like completely fried. I say like, I used to drink Four Locos and I was the fifth Loco. And what was your go-to drink? Do you remember anything? Tequila. Oh.
Yeah, I just loved tequila.
Was it Jose Cuervo or was it like different?
There was like 1800. I think it was like the coconut one. I liked that. But I thought I was like untouchable, and because I got sober at 23, so I had 7 years of drinking, and when it got worse when I went off to school because I wasn't under my parents' supervision, so it was just like the off to the races type of thing, and
everyone else was drinking too, probably.
Yeah, and like really whatever I can get my hands on, and then as I got as I got older. Even though I was still young, it was just like, okay, I'm going to upgrade to like
wine or something.
Yeah, whatever. It was just, so there was...
I'm sophisticated now.
I studied abroad. There was during the winter break, I studied abroad in Italy. And I told my parents, I'm like, I want to study a chemistry class in Italy. So it was a 2-week class. And I told them after the fact that I signed up, that it was the chemistry of winemaking. And I ended up, oh my gosh, they were like, oh, that explains why you wanted to do that. And well, because I wanted to go to Italy and the trip. So it was just, I was very chaotic, and let's put it that way.
Right.
We were in Florence, and I was drunk pretty much the whole time, and just seeing like the chaos in my life then, it like you'd think I would have stopped, but I didn't.
No, because at that time it's your life.
Yeah.
It's like drinking is my life. Like I revolve around drinking. Like you said, I'm gonna go to a class for chemistry. Oh, but it's for alcohol.
Yeah.
But then it's like there's no problem because it's like my life. You don't think like alcohol is my life but it is. It's like low key. It's like so hidden.
It is, and you really don't.
Everything.
You don't realize it until you have those moments of clarity. But there's very few of those,
if any.
Yeah,
if any.
Definitely.
It depends on how much you did. Did you drink a lot, or did you was it a lot? Like you binge drink?
Yeah, I was a binge drinker.
So with the tequila, because I was living with someone, so we drank a bottle of Jose Cuervo tequila. So did you like?
I would share that with like. Maybe like one or two friends, but like I would drink more of it. Yeah. Oh, so in my dorm room, my junior and senior year, senior year, it was off-campus apartments, and in the kitchen above like the cabinets, we put all the empty bottles.
Yes.
And they were filled up. And this one time, So the gas was left on in the stove. One of my roommates left it on, and we were on the ground floor. So I come out of my bedroom and I'm like, what the heck is that smell? So I turned off the gas, or yeah, the stove, and maybe like 15 minutes later, the fire department comes.
What?
And my roommate, there was what, 6 of us living in the apartment, and so the fire department came and we're like, oh my God, it was embarrassing.
What?
But they come in and they see all of the bottles. They're like, whoa, like, I forget what they made a comment, but I'm like, yeah, like, I thought it was like, I thought it was just like
Yes.
the glamorizing of alcohol and drinking. Like, I remember like Snapchat had just came out and Instagram was out, but it wasn't like it is now. Thank God. Because I would have probably went viral, not for the right reasons.
Yes. Oh my God, we would have been so yeah. All our dirty laundry would have been aired out.
Oh yeah, totally.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think nowadays in 2026, because I feel this way, and I've seen some articles kind of touch on it. Do you think wellness is now coming into play where a lot of more people are into like not drinking, and now they're more into like just there's a whole, I feel like there's a movement either slowly coming or maybe it's already here that people are like,
yeah, they're not drinking as much.
Yeah.
But then again, there was an article, like I do think that people aren't drinking as much.
But they're still alcoholics out there.
Yeah, definitely. And totally. Well, now it's like marijuana and but there was an article that came out that on Long Island specifically, I forget but the rate in DUIs and like car crashes on Long Island has gone up.
Has gone up.
Yeah, like a lot. And in Suffolk County too, like I think it was like 100%.
It's gone up.
Yeah. It's wild.
Do you think Justin Timberlake has anything to do with that?
Possibly.
I don't know if he's ever going to come back to Long Island now.
Yeah, right. Oh, he definitely has a resentment towards Long Island.
He is. He does. I'm gonna have to talk to him. Justin, come on the podcast.
On.
We'll talk about it a little bit.
Not all of Long Island's
Yeah,
bad.
we're not all bad. But that's interesting. I would have thought that. I know that Long Island supposedly at one point was like supposed to be the highest heroin rate or something in the country.
Yeah.
But I never looked into it. Is that true? Do you know?
Yes, it was. And then there was like, I knew the statistics on it at one point.
Oh, wow.
But like, I forget what year it was. Like there was like 90,000 people in the country that passed away from an overdose. And then a few years ago, it was like, I forget. I'll get back to you on that. But it was like, I think like 1,000 people in one county. The documentary Crime of the Century.
Oh, I never seen that.
Oh, no. You have to watch that. I think it's on Max.
Yeah.
It talks about the opioid epidemic and how it started with like Big Pharma.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. And they talk about how they went to these small towns in like the middle of nowhere and like the whole town was addicted. And they would say, "Oh, you can't get addicted if you're in pain."
That's such garbage because I remember when I have anxiety disorder and one of my doctors, I told him, he knew that I was in recovery and he earlier, like maybe 3 years had a couple, maybe a year or two, whatever. Anyway, I kept complaining about it for some time and then he says, well, let me put you on Klonopin. And I said, all right, but I didn't know anything what Klonopin was. So he said like, oh, it's for anxiety. He says, don't worry. It's slow release. He says it releases over 24 hours and it's not addictive. So I was weary about it, and I told my sponsor at the time. And then he's like, oh, bro, he goes, I said, I didn't fill out the prescription. He goes, oh, bro, he goes, that's a benzo. He goes,
wow.
He goes, that's the alarm. It goes by fast,
wow.
right?
Yeah.
So he says, no, he goes, that's definitely addicting. And I was just like, oh, okay. And I've heard a lot of people say that it is addicting. So for doctors, in their mind, it's not addicting. But for me or somebody like me, it is addicting.
Yeah.
So I don't. Sometimes it's hard to reconcile.
Well, when I'm at the doctor's, I let them know like that I'm in recovery, in long-term sobriety, and just because it's like, yeah, I don't want to put myself in that position, but it's scary. They're like, I think it's gotten better now, but in the past, it was it was very easy to just like get scripts from what I was told.
It still is now.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. Wow.
I go to the doctor, I could just say anything, and he would give me a script. When I got a shoulder surgery from a car accident, I told him I was an advocate for myself. I just advocated. I don't want any post drugs, anything for me. And then the day of surgery, she goes, the intake nurse was telling me, she's like, well, he had the gown on and everything to get surgery. And then she's like, all right. She's like, well, afterwards, we're going to give you this, and that. I said, no, I asked not to be on that. And she's like, no. She's like, you have to be. I was like, no. She's like, all right, well, I'm going to have to talk to the surgeon. So the surgeon came to me. I remember this. He came to me, and then, like, he had the curtain. So he's like, as if, like, no one's going to hear. Isn't that cool? Like, you put the curtain, all of a sudden, it's like the silence dome. But he's like, what's up, buddy? And I'm just like, I told him I told him I don't want any of these drugs afterwards for the pain. And he like leans over. He's like, what's wrong? He's like, you got a problem? And, like, I was like, yeah, I'm an addict and everything. He's like, all right. And he's like, well, maybe you can get away with like 500 milligrams of Tylenol, strong, extra strength Tylenol. So he says, all right, no problem. And I'm glad he did.
Wow.
Because when I got out of surgery, I was higher than a giraffe's ass. Like, I was so high after surgery, because they have to give you drugs for that. And I remember when I got out of surgery and I woke up, I was like, hey, nurse. I said that I didn't want the prescription. I said, I think I need it. I told her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And Matt, Matt?
Yeah.
Tall Matt F. He picked me up. He was my ride for the surgery. But like, they didn't give me the prescription. And I feel to this day, if she would have gave me the prescription, I don't know if I could have trusted myself. I didn't know.
Scary. Yeah, Matt.
It's scary. I dodged a bullet.
Yeah, seriously.
I swear I may not be here doing a podcast with you.
Thank God you said something before.
Yeah. I'm strong about advocating for us. And you also,
me too.
right? You helped advocate for people and stuff, so that's good.
It's so important because people don't always realize that they can speak up for themselves. Like in the past, it was just like I was very timid and like I was just afraid to say something, and it's better to say something than not to, or to ask questions, and not everyone feels comfortable doing that. So to be that person for someone, it's important.
Yeah, you can get like if a person's shy, they can get someone else. If they don't have a parent or whatever, they can have like a proxy, right? Speak for them, being like, oh, my friend doesn't want to, like, they gave me permission to say that they don't want to.
Well, and even having someone there with you, encouraging you. Like a presence there. It's because you're not alone. And like in the past, it's like when I was drinking, I felt so alone.
Yeah.
So having someone there with you just to support you.
Support is big.
Yeah.
I don't think me, you, or a lot of us, I don't know where we would be without the support.
Yeah.
Like I said, my sponsor saying, that's a benzo. That's a bullet dodged. I just know how I am.
Yeah.
Past experience.
It's amazing being a part of a community where someone's been through something that you're either going through or eventually will go through. And it's like, oh, I've gotten through that. And I was sober.
Yeah.
Or maybe not sober at the time, but they've been through it.
It's
like what to do and what not to do. And it's a matter of whether or not I take the advice, but I know that I'm not alone in it.
No, and that's what I think. That's for me. God works through help me, protect me, help me with the pitfalls, because He sends all of us together, and to ask around, because we just want to help. I don't want, like, it's just to help. That's Definitely. All it is, just to let people know. Let people know there's options. Like, you may know options I don't know. So that's why, like, if I'm dealing with somebody, I'm like, I always tell them, I said, well, I believe this. But I say, like, you should ask people. Like, continue asking. I was like, and I tell them, I have friends that you can call. Like, you know what I mean? So I know that I have you guys. I'm always, asking y'all, like, oh, do you know of a rehab? Do you know of a sober house? Do you know of this? Do you know of that?
It's all about the resources.
Yes.
And it's cool because, like, over time, like, in sobriety, the more people you meet and the more resources there are, really. That's what I look at it as. People, not in a bad way. I don't know if that how that sounds, but with, like, I tell people if they're going into an outpatient or a rehab, it's like, take advantage of that. Like, you're there for a reason, like an advantage in a way of like doing the right thing for yourself.
I never heard that. I like that. Take advantage of it. Take
Yeah.
advantage of these things. Like, it's there for you to take. And
Yeah.
if you don't take, it's like, why not?
Because I think that taking advantage of is like looked at like as a
Negative?
the wrong,
Yeah.
negative, because people do get taken advantage of, but it's like, if this is there, like recovery meetings or whatever it is, like
Everything.
take advantage of that.
When I was coming up in recovery, they told me about Access. Somebody told me about an Access program, and I
Oh, yeah,
finished
Access
school. I
PR.
finished school. I'm audio engineer. Now I know how to do all
Amazing.
this
Look
stuff.
at you now.
Yeah. I do all my music. I do my recordings, mixing and mastering. And all that carried over to video. So like, I didn't go to school for video, but this is super similar to video. So any creative stuff I do it. But because I went to school for it, because the Advantage program helped me finish my schooling. I did it, but then I felt really bad. And then when I came back into recovery, I finished what I could, and then Access helped fill in the rest.
Wow.
So there are these programs, there are these things that people are telling me, take advantage of this. It's for you, John. Like,
Yeah.
are you within this bracket?
They have for the KSAC, there's scholarships for that.
Yes.
Yeah, and then, with the KSAC, you have to. That's for New York State.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also, I just found a scholarship for St. Joseph's for social work.
No way.
Yeah, if I have to, I think it's if you work at like a nonprofit, but then also there's another one where I'll have to look into that one. But yeah, it's a
you gotta let
general.
me know
Yeah,
those
I'll let you
things.
know.
And if not, like, at least I have the information to maybe somebody else that wants to do that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all about utilizing the resources out there.
Utilize. Don't something else. I forgot the rest of that phrase. There's a phrase.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, how do you feel coming on the first time on your first video podcast? Or podcast in
Good.
general?
Yeah, a podcast in general. I feel good. It's not as intimidating as I thought it would be.
No, especially, like I said, I forget when I get into the conversation. Like, I'm just like, oh, yeah, just keep on going.
Yeah.
And like, whatever comes out that time comes out. I think we both said you said a lot of things that were very useful to me. So now I'm going to talk to you after this. Would you want to come back and like continue
Definitely,
talking?
I would love to.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, this is fun.
This is fun. I love it. Well, thank you very much,
Thank
Erin,
you.
for coming on. And we end each show with like a word of affirmation, a few words. Like back in the day, my last words would be like, don't do drugs or something like that. Or like, live life to the fullest. Do you have anything you'd like to?
You are worthy, and you are enough.
I believe that. My last words of my affirmations are, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Stay in school.
Stay in school. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
So what's your podcast about?
Okay, this is making me feel really uncomfortable. Not like it. Is my mic on?